Today, we're going to be learning about muscles. This is a project by Karli Vanderlaan and Hailey Rector. The human body has 640 muscles, and we're going to be learning about the 3 different types. The first type of muscle that we're going to be looking at is called visceral muscle. Visceral muscle is also called smooth muscle and has a nice fusiform shape with a single nucleus in each cell. When stretched, smooth muscle produces regular, rhythmic contraction, and it's found in your intestinal wall and in the middle layer of blood vessels. Visceral muscle has no striping or striation in the myofibrils contained in the cytoplasm. But what's striation? It's basically just stripes. But we'll get into that a little bit more when we study a different type of muscle. The next muscle type we're going to look at is called cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle is controlled by your autonomic nervous system, so essentially, it's automatic. Thankfully, you don't have to think about beating your own heart. Phew! Cardiac muscle cells are relatively short and they branch frequently. They also have a single nucleus. Cardiac muscle is of course found in your heart, and your heart is a functional symptom. This means that when one muscle cell is stimulated, all of the muscle cells are stimulated. It's like if you're holding hands with a chain of people, and someone squeezes the hand of the next person, and the next person passes it on, and the next, and the next. It's like a team. The third muscle type that we're going to look at is called skeletal muscle. Skeletal muscle is controlled by your somatic nervous system, which means it's consciously controlled. Skeletal muscle cells are long and cylindrical. The cell membrane is called a sarcolemma. Skeletal muscle cells are multinucleated. Within its sarcolemma, each muscle cell is packed with myofibrils. Myofibrils? What's a myofibril, you ask? Well, you're in luck. We're going to explore myofibrils just a little bit more. Essentially, myofibrils are partitioned off into many short segments or sarcomeres by circular discs. Protruding from these circular discs are actin, and myosin is suspended in the middle. Actin and myosin are protein filaments that overlap each other. The overlapping produces striation, the striping pattern we talked about earlier. Actin and myosin help with the contractile process. What is the big picture? How does this all fit together? Each fiber is contained in a fine connective tissue wrapping called the endomysium. The fasciculus, which is a bundle of fibers, is contained in a coarser fibrous wrapping called the paramysium. And finally, several of these bundles are contained in more tissue called the epimysium. It's all pretty epic. Get it? Muscle connects to tendon, which in turn connects to bones. This design is what allows you to do all sorts of things like walk, eat, play sports, nub, the list goes on. What a great design. Hope you learned a lot. Thanks for joining.